everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Report with Eddie Morelos. How you doing today, Eddie?
I'm doing A-okay, Abel. Thank you for having me back again. Another week of college football is upon us. And Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is another day closer as it's set for December the 31st, noon here at Sun Bowl Stadium this year, Abel. Get your tickets. Call 915-533-4416. Tickets are selling, I will say that. But the one thing that's really selling, Abel, and going to make a push right now is parking. If you want to buy a parking, it's weird. It's really unusual. That's selling, and then I guess they're doing some renovations over there at certain lots over there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So there's a lot of parking that's going to be not there that has been there in the past. So I would highly suggest, once again, if you're thinking about coming to the bowl game on December the 31st, get your parking ASAP, get your tickets ASAP. We don't know. You never know who could come to our game right now. We just saw that we just put out, if you look at our Facebook page, at our Instagram, Tony the Tiger SB on Instagram, Tony the Tiger _SB on X. We just put out the bowl projections, the media bowl projections, various media.
What are they talking about this week?
This week, for example, Bleacher Report is predicting SMU versus Washington State. It's different, Abel. It's different. SMU, that would be somebody we haven't had in years and years and years.
I agree with you, but of all the Texas teams,
you're in El Paso and Abel.
But I'll even take Baylor.
Let's see here. ESPN is predicting there's two different writers. One of them says Boston College versus Arizona. The other one is saying Duke versus Washington. I really like that matchup, Duke versus Washington.
I like when any team from east of the Mississippi shows up. It's not bad.
Yeah, Boston College, I think, would be really neat. I personally.
What I told you. That's Notre Dame light. So there'd be plenty of a good vibe on that one.
Yeah. So CBS Sports is right now they have it projecting NC State versus Arizona State. So
that would you know what I like that one. That'd be interesting.
You never really know, Abel. The teams that are associated with the bowl, with the Sun Bowl, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. You got Miami, who's ranked number 7, Oregon, who's ranked number 8, and this is out of the AP rankings. You got Utah, who's ranked number 10, Louisville at 15, Notre Dame at 16, and Clemson at 17. So a lot of ranked teams right there.
I hope it lasts all the way to November, man.
Oh, yeah, I truly believe it will. I think there'll be a couple more that'll jump into the rankings. Washington State's there on the brink of jumping in. If they win this week, they'll be in the top 25. They got Boise State this week.
You know what? That's going to be a good game. Wow,
it really is.
Boise State's on. They're playing this year.
Yeah. So a lot of excitement going on.
I wanted to bring something up. I don't know if you were listening to Sports Talk yesterday. And this we're localizing it, but because of what happened in the Pac-12 and some of the things that are going on, and Pac-12's swallowing guppies up from the Mountain West and all that, they were actually the question was, is this the time that UTEP and even New Mexico State, because I think they should stay together, would head into the Mountain West, and. It's really hard to travel in Conference USA, guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. The Pac-12 just got Utah State is the most recent one. I think UNLV is on the brink, might be able to jump in. They're saying they're committed to the Mountain West. We don't know. Well, to me, you just gotta wait and see how things lay out. They say one thing and another thing happens. So you
it's exciting times, man.
It is. It's exciting times. It's changing times. Change is always exciting. So there's a lot of change going on. We got this year, next year with our contracts with the Pac-12. and the legacy schools that moved on. So then after that, we'll be looking at to redo contracts with maybe different conferences. Maybe we'll see what the future holds, but I think only time will tell how all these changes affect everyone, including UTEP, New Mexico State, and the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be really interesting, and, locally, UTEP is off this week, they don't play till next Thursday, against Sam Houston State, but, the big rivalry game, that, a lot of people even in El Paso are interested in is, the rivalry of I-25 going on this weekend.
yeah, I'll be there at that game. Abel, New Mexico State will be hosting the UNM Lobos. That's a big rivalry. I think the Lobos are actually favored by a few points, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe they are. I don't
And
know what the spread on it is, but I heard they were favored.
Yeah, so this should be an exciting environment, exciting time there at Las Cruces, just north of here, back where I live at actually. And I'll be there helping with the stat crew there this week, and I do stats for UTEP football, so stay pretty involved throughout the whole college football season with college football games. And if I'm not there working a game, at the end of the night on Saturday nights, on Sunday mornings, I'm watching a lot of highlights. That's how I take in a lot of my football. Is I'll
Wow,
get
that's pretty
there.
good, well, you'll be seeing me over there, so
Yeah, you'll be there doing Spanish radio, correct?
Espanol. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And
having
did you find yourself a partner? Did you get a partner to help you out?
Yes, I did. I found this, young man from Las Cruces, whose dad I met because he was a board op over at La X, where we transmit the games, and he told me about his son, and we kinda met by phone, and, fine, upstanding standing young man from Las Cruces, and I'm gonna give him a shot, and see where we end up. Um, so I might be doing just color this time, but we'll see. It's always fun to do either color or play by play at the games. And I will tell you, the games have been exciting. They haven't been, runovers
Yeah.
while in the home games. But let's move on. Let's talk about the events and everything coming down the calendar.
Of course, April, just a reminder, we got a free event for the kids. Again, it's free for the kids, I believe it's ages 6 to 15. It's the Peter Piper Pizza Punt, Pass, and Kick. Really encourage you to, join in on this event. It's free. And if you win, you get a bunch of various prizes. I believe you get to ride in the Thanksgiving Day parade that we put on, the Goshen Bias and Interment Thanksgiving Day parade.
That's fun,
That, to me, would be one of the reasons just to try to win, to
right?
try
Yeah,
to be able to ride in that parade, because that parade is awesome. So we got that. That's coming up on October 8th. You can sign up by going online to stumble.org, or you can sign up by going to any local El Paso Peter Piper Pizza and sign up there as well. We got that going on. And then not till November is our next event, our Sunbowl art exhibit, which is really neat. If you've never gone to that art exhibit, holy cow, we got amazing artists here in the Borderland region. I mean, just the art that they showcase there at the International Museum of Art, there on Montana Avenue. Wow, it's unbelievable, Abel. I really invite you to come check it out one time, and invite everybody to come check it out. That's free to the public as well. That'll be on November the 7th. Um, and then, of course, on November the 28th, which is Thanksgiving morning, we have the Goshen Bias and Enderman Sun Bowl Parade. Uh, the floats, I believe there's up to 22 floats, if I'm not mistaken. There are all the specialty units are getting in. It's filling up quickly. So if you haven't called us or try to sign up to be in the parade, now's the time to do it. Because if you try to do it in November, you'll be too late. It's already going to be too late. So you want to sign up to participate in the parade. Now is the time. The floats are
what's
already
the
being.
theme?
What's that?
What's the theme?
The theme is celebrate, honoring, and remembering heroes. So you can make your float, your entry, and honor any kind of hero that you see fit, whether it's a military member, a police officer, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a custodian, maybe it's a doctor, whoever you see fit as a hero in your life, and you want to put your entry in with that, we are inviting people to do that. And I guess I can. Yeah, I'm gonna spill the beans for example because I want to give an example. One of the floats we're making is to honor Pat Tillman, who was in the military,
Oh, wow.
and he was a Sun Bowl legend as well. Played for Arizona State, and so we're making a float to
And
honor
for
him.
the Arizona Cardinals, he
Yeah,
played.
also played professional football for the Arizona Cardinals.
That's
Played for
great,
the
man. That's great.
So that's an example of the kind of float or the kind of entry that we're looking for. That'll be on Thanksgiving morning. But again, enter now. If you're going to enter next week, it's going to probably be too late. The week after, definitely too late. But enter now, ASAP. Call us, ask us how you can get involved. We're always looking for volunteers. If you want to volunteer to help build the floats, we're always needing help with that. There's various days that you can come in and volunteer on the weekends, the evenings, throughout the week. We give a lot of opportunities to come and help build the floats, or even on parade day, you can volunteer on parade day. So we're always looking for volunteers. You can give us a call 915-533-4416. That's our office number. Ask for any of us. We'll get you going on some volunteer opportunities.
And talk about, I mean, how long has Joe been there dealing with the parade? You got to give him some kudos.
Yeah, I think it's been like 21 years or something like that now, 21, 22 years. And literally the best at what he does, especially at organizing the parade, and then he helps set us up on game day for football game days. He's our special events director, and nobody better in the business, that's for sure.
People
And
don't know. People don't realize how you got to direct it when it's finally starting, and make sure everyone drops in, and make sure it's at a good flow, and
And
all
that's
the
the thing.
craziness
And
that
he,
goes on.
again, nobody better in the business. He's been preparing since early in the summer. You know what I mean? Started dismantling the floats from last year and seeing what we can reuse. Because again, we're a nonprofit organization. People think that we have a lot of money. We really don't. We work on sponsorships. We're always, looking for partners and sponsorships. And so we have to find ways to reuse items for the next year. You know what I mean? So he goes and takes apart the previous floats, and then sees what we can reuse for the next year, and then organizes it. And he's got to organize all the volunteers for whenever they come. Hey, what kind of skill sets do you have? What kind of skill sets can you make available to us? What do you want to learn? We could teach you how to new skill sets, so on and so forth. So
What's the
uh,
number of volunteers that work on that thing? I've never really thought about that.
I want to say it was like something like 500 because
Dang.
so for example, right, I believe the local El Paso Latter-day Saints church here in
Right.
town, they all unite, and they have one of the largest groups, I want to say, of like 300 people or so. And they, at the end of the parade, once the parade is done, they yeah, it's like up to like 600 actually. And they get there on Montana, and the moment the parade is done, once it passes the end, they start cleaning up and picking up all the trash. And within an hour, less than an hour, all the trash is picked up. It looks cleaner than the day before the parade.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
But
those are the kind of
let
volunteers that,
hey, shout out to them, man.
yeah.
Latter-day Saints, you don't they're not as visible as, you would think they want to be, but they do a lot for youth. They do a lot of stuff.
And again, it's those kind of things, right, that really, really help our organization, because those are the kind of jobs that most people don't really jump at, right? Oh, let's go pick
Right.
up trash and horse poop, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So always looking for volunteers. Go to our website, sunbl.org. There's a volunteer link there, or give us a call 915-533-4416. Looking for a lot of help with parade building, float building. So really looking out for those kind of new people. We really want to get some new blood. Um, got a lot of old timers that have really been with our organization for many years, and they're kind of getting up there in age, able, and that's just life, the cycle of life. And we really need some new young blood, hoping to get some go-getters, anybody who really loves the community of El Paso, who really wants to give back. We got so many different opportunities on how you can give back.
That's great, man. That's great to know. And once again, I want to say thank you to all those volunteers because People really enjoy that event. It's a premier diamond event, just like the Sun Bowl, the 20 Tiger Sun Bowl, and all the other stuff. I mean, but what comes up after that? One of my favorite events.
After that, on December the 8th, we got our Selection Sunday show. That is over at Sunland Park. That's when we find out which football teams will be coming to play in our game. That'll be at Sunland Park. That's always a wonderful event. Free open to the public. It has grown immensely. The amount of people that show up to that event, we pack the place now. It's so cool to like think about when we started doing it there. It was full. Don't get me wrong, but now it's packed. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's really neat to
It's a
see.
party, man. And people go there and they want to know who's going to show up.
And that's the thing, right? So you go and there's a bar you can buy your own adult beverages at, and we do some giveaways. We do a lot of giveaways there, a lot of
Yes, you do.
merchandise kind of things, hats and shirts and trinkets of some sort, and do a lot of giveaways. We have appetizers, kind of some appetizers you can grab on while you're waiting to hear the announcement, and it's a great time to just mingle with people. Really, just mingle and hang out and say, "Hey, going to the Sumble again? How was your Sumble last year? What was what your favorite time?" And just talk about Sumble, and it's a really fun thing. It really is. That is
Uh,
on December the 8th at Sunland Park. Then after that, we got the 63rd annual West Star Don Haskins Sun Bowl Basketball Invitational. And that's one of your favorites, Abel.
that's my
The
favorite.
Miners. We got the Miners hosting, they'll be the kind of like the host team there in the Don Haskins Center. Of course, it's our event. The Miners are the home team. Yale is coming this year.
Yes, they
So
are.
is, I believe, Akron. And I got to look this up because I just lost my train of thought there, Abel. But Akron Zips, Jackson State Tigers, and the Yale Bulldogs.
Jackson State. That's the other team.
Yep, Akron takes on Yale at 5 o'clock on December the 20th. Okay, and then Jackson State will take on UTEP at the 7 o'clock game. Tickets for that event go on sale on October the 8th as well. So give us a call 915-533-4416. Fun event. Buy your tickets as soon as you can. Support all the local teams here, all of our events. And then we got after that, we got our bowl game on December the 31st and all the events that go on with that. So,
And if you wanted to take an RV, you got to pay for that spot, but you can take an RV to the Sun Bowl,
yes, you
to
can.
the
But
20 the
again, that's
Tigers
what I'm
Sun Bowl.
telling you. Buy those now. They're selling. Like, we have sold a lot of the RV lot already. A lot of it. So, I really encourage people to buy now. I really do.
Those are people that get to stay overnight, right?
Yep.
They get in on Saturday and I mean on a Thursday, and they're there the next day, and they got
Yep.
their grills out at 7 a.m. and you can smell the air there. It's beautiful.
Yes, sir. There you go. So we got all that. And if you want to go to the game, you can win tickets, Abel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that
You
I
can
always
win
like to end
tickets.
our reports with that part of it.
Awesome. So you can win tickets by going to Sumble.org and playing the Chick-fil-A Tony the Tiger Sumble Select 'em contest. And so yeah, are you ready to roll, Abel?
Well, let's talk about last week. I got 8. How many did you get?
I only got 6 last week, Abel. I
Dun
wasn't
dun
trying to announce
dun. You know what?
that.
You know what?
Actually, I got 5. I only got 5 last week.
You know what killed us, right? Well, killed me was that Colorado game.
Oh, really?
What an ending, man. I was like, dang, he
Yeah.
figured it out. He finally figured it out. But I got to tell you that his son, Shakur, right? He's pro material, man.
Oh
He's
yeah, he really is, and I see him going to the next level, and it'd be if we were to get him, I really hope that he would play in our game. So we'll see, but only time will tell. So here we go.
okay. Let me
Another
get
week of the Chick-fil-A Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl Select 'em contest, week number 5. Abel.
okay. Let me get on it because here it is, right here, right? Contest, correct? Okay. We're in week 5, right?
Yep, week number 5.
Oh,
First game will be on Friday. First 2 games on Friday, September the 27th. Miami, number 7 Miami, hosting Virginia Tech. That's a no-brainer for me. Miami wins.
Oh yeah, I'll go with you on that one. Also, Miami.
And we got Washington going cross country to take on Rutgers. That's on Friday night at 6. And I got Washington, the Huskies, beating up on the Rutgers.
Yeah, I believe they will take care of business with that one. Also,
And then after that, moving on to Saturday afternoon, Notre Dame, your Notre Dame Irish, Fighting Irish, Abel. They're number 16, and they're hosting number 15, Louisville. I think the home team wins, though.
Louisville's a tough play, and there's already been a small team go into touchdown Jesus territory and leave with a victory. But I believe Notre Dame has no choice but to win all the way out if they want to get into the playoffs. I'm with you, Notre Dame, on that game.
After that, number 13 USC will host Wisconsin. That's a Big Ten matchup now. And USC, as you may or may not know, they faltered against Michigan last week. It was a good game. But I got USC bouncing back and beating Wisconsin.
I agree with you there. There's another team that I know they have to win out to hopefully get in the playoffs, USC.
Then I mentioned about Washington State being on the brink of entering the top 25 rankings. They're going over to number 25, Boise State. I'm saying Washington State pulls it off and will break into the top 25 this week after a win against Boise State.
Boise State is probably one of the toughest teams to try to beat at home. No matter who goes in there. And okay, that's going to be my high risk, high reward game. I'm going to take number 25 Boise State over Washington State.
And then we got another kind of like a rivalry. It's definitely a rivalry in basketball. It's Duke hosting North Carolina, and I think the home team, Duke, the Blue Devils, will beat the Tar Heels.
Did Duke win last week?
Duke last week beat Middle Tennessee 45-17.
And North Carolina played who?
North Carolina lost. They lost. They scored 50 points, Abel, and they lost. They lost to James Madison 70 to 50.
Oh my God! Never mind, Duke. James, see, this year's you're getting all these no-name teams that are.
Well, James Madison has been on the up and up the last couple of years. So
that was a good win for them. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Duke.
Then we got Stanford heading over cross country to take on Clemson, number 17 Clemson. Clemson is looking to, they got to win out now too to keep their playoff hopes alive. I got them winning over Stanford.
I say Stanford's going to go into Clemson and beat them.
Well, that'd be cool, man. SMU will host Florida State. SMU was in the bowl projections for the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl this week. I got them beating Florida State, as Florida State still seems down to me.
I'm with you on that one.
And we got number 10, Utah. They look really good right now, the Utah Utes. They're hosting the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona Wildcats right now are 2-1.
I'm surprised at that. I thought they were going to be better.
And but I got Utah beating Arizona.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one also.
And the last game on the list is number 9, the Ducks of Oregon, heading down to UCLA. The Ducks will win.
They're going down to La La Land, Southern Cal, and they're going to enjoy the scenery, enjoy the palm trees, and enjoy beating UCLA.
There you go, man. There you go. So that's it. And then the total number of points that will be scored during the number 15 Louisville versus number 16 Notre Dame. High scoring.
Are you the one that picks the tiebreaker?
High scoring affair is 65 points, and it's
you're going with 65.
It is not me who picks the tiebreaker.
I'm just asking.
Yep, not me.
You know what? I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to go with 75 points.
There you go, and then hit save picks, and there we go.
And we're
ready to go for another week. It looks like we got another full slate of contestants ready to play again. We are averaging close to 400 contestants a week.
That is fantastic, man.
And so it makes it a lot of fun. People get really close, and that's what makes it kind of addicting, where you see that you can get 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You're like, wow, I want to go for the gold and win 2 tickets to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl football game, which will be played on December the 31st.
Well, another week in the bag here. It's always wonderful to have you come and catch us up on what's going on about the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl and everything with the programs that are going on with the Sun Carnival Association. Who, again, I'm not sure when did the Sun Carnival initiate?
So the organization itself started in 1934. The first bowl game
Wow,
was in 1935,
wow.
and the very first bowl game was a high school game between the All Stars of Texas against Ranger High School, and then the very next year it changed over to a college football bowl game. And the intent was always and is still now, how to make an attractive event for that people can come enjoy. Our community of El Paso, the city of El Paso, the borderland community. We want to make El Paso as attractive as possible. And we are. We do. El Paso is an amazing city. El Paso is an amazing community. The people are amazing. Come check us out here in El Paso, Texas.
That's why I love being part of this. I've been part of it for quite a while. I even, like I told you, sold Coca-Cola. My dad would drop me off and say, "Go hawk some soda and make some money," and that's what I would do. I do have the Sun Bowl tattoo on my where. But
There you
anyways,
go.
it's been great, man. Have a good one, and we'll see everybody next week for the Tony the Tagger Sun Bowl with Mr. Morelos here, who is the media relations director. Thanks. Have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you, Abel. Have a great weekend.